Hey guys, welcome to Weekly Crypto. Today I'm going to talk about EOS Mainnet launch, and also I'm going to talk about Bitcoin price. So we have some good news for you. EOS Mainnet is planned to be live on June 10th, 1300 UTC time. So the vote is a go. So this is a very exciting time for the EOS community. So before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out the upcoming airdrop, hard fork, and ICO. And also, just to remind you guys that there's a Loopring airdrop coming up. So make sure you check back my previous video, how you can claim this free airdrop. Loopring is a pretty interesting project. Also check out the Loopring wallet as well. So the vote is in for EOS. They're going to have the mainnet launch on June 10 at 1300 UTC time. And they just have a conference call earlier. That is pretty interesting. And also, EOS Authority already posted they are going to launch in 12 hours. So, and Cypherglass is also one of the block producer. So Cypherglass, they introduce a Cypherglass Windshield. Basically, it's a dashboard tool for monitoring internal EOS Block Producer infrastructure. So this is one of the demo. So you can see like different nodes. So for example, EOS 42, and then you can see the production block, and then last production at how many the time frame that last 1 hour, and also you can fold the ranking of as well. So this is a pretty interesting tool for looking at the block producer. And so they just finished their live stream. So they've agreed to go live for the blockchain, for the EOS blockchain. So another thing, I think this is 8 hours ago, they find that there's a bug in the system. So EOS that launch team Michael, he found a DDoS bot that qualified for a 10K bounty. So the bug allows an attacker to consume 100% of the node CPU time. This is very... Anyway, EOS is going to launch very soon. So in 12 hours, the network is going to be up. So let's go back to some of the decentralized application, the dApps. So right now, with under the EOS ecosystem, you have a lot of projects coming up. So Ono is a decentralized Facebook, and this is and also you have Everipedia is a Wikipedia on the blockchain, and also Scatter is the EOS wallet, and then Start EOS is also another EOS wallet as well. And also you have Tokener is a decentralized EOS exchange, and Chains is the blockchain trading platform focused on EOS projects. And also you have onepay is a payment system. There's like tons and tons of projects spin out from the on the EOS platform. You can check it out. And also some of the project, I talk about that in my previous video. I talk about Ono, Scatter, and I think horuspay, Chains, and Tokener. So you can check out my previous video as well. So this is very exciting times because they're going to launch in 12 hours. So next stop, we're going to talk about before we go to Bitcoin, the price, EOS Authority, they also have a timeline, of the update as well. You can also go to eosauthority.com to check out what's going on. They also have a timeline in here. This is a pretty detailed timeline. So here, let's see. So at 1 o'clock UTC time, that's a go for the launch. So we are the testing is done, the phase 3, and then we'll go to phase 4, and then phase 4 will be enabling. So the block producer community will release a joint statement once it is safe to vote. So this will be hard to miss, but please wait for the community to make an announcement for voting begins for an EOS IO chain to be considered. Enable 15% of all the tokens, vote for the block producer. The length of this phase will be as long as it takes for the token holder community to act. Many block producers have developed tutorial how to vote. Okay. So we haven't gone to this yet. So there's still have activation phrase and future. So we'll see how it goes. We are in this. It will go to the next step from testing to go to enable stage. So we'll see how it goes. And also in terms of voting for block producer, I talked about that earlier in my previous video, whether to vote or not. To me, like it seems like a 10 wallets hold more than like 39% of all the EOS token. To me, vote or not vote for a little guy, I don't think it matters, because it takes about like 10 people just to control everything, right? So anyway, so what do you think about that? So anyway, let's go to the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, I talked about the Bitcoin price earlier, probably a few months ago, and Super Crypto basically called for 95% correction when Bitcoin was at 20,000, and so far we have 70% correction. The final finale is yet to happen. This article is on January 14, and I think on December he posted an article about that he called for 95% correction when Bitcoin was at 20,000. And 1 month before and after CME, so CME, they do the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, they do the Bitcoin futures. So after people, a lot of YouTubers are very, like some of them, they talk about, oh, future is good, the institution money coming in and all that. The future market for Bitcoin is not good for the ecosystem. This is just a tool for the institution to manipulate the price of Bitcoin. So but at the time when the institutional money comes in, I'm not very happy, but a lot of YouTubers are so euphoria of they're thinking, oh, to the moon, but then you have to think about it. When those people come in, they're here to make money. They don't care about the technology. They're not like a lot of people. They care about the technology and everything. Wall Street come in, they just want to make money and just pump it as high as they can, and then they will sell it to the little guys. This is how they make money. So from time and time again. So 1 month before and after the CME. So 2 months back when Super Crypto talked about CME will affect Bitcoin price, almost everyone on the Twitter trashed at him, and then somebody even told him to go home, kid. So this is December 1st, 2017, last year. I think Super Crypto tweet about JP Morgan will dump 21 million BTC on Chicago Mercantile Exchange when they desire. Also at 10th of the BTC price. All bull thinking 21 million BTC will have a rude awakening, one tick at a time. Welcome to the futures. And then this, I think there's a tweet from somebody say, go home, kid, right? But Super Crypto, make the correct call. And everybody is so bullish, so euphoria, saying Bitcoin will go to 50,000 and all that crazy stuff at the time. and yet he see that coming. So remember, the shorts are not active on CME yet, but as they build the volume, we will see what happens. So there's also an article talk about the future Bitcoin contract and why volume matters. So we'll get into that in a minute. Having said this, I'm not predicting anything. I'm just saying I remain cautious. So this is pretty interesting, the monkey thing. And 2 possible outcomes: CME tame BTC, slow grinding to ground over the years like gold and silver. Exactly, right now the price of gold is so cheap, it's almost, and silver is so cheap, almost near the production cost just to mining those silver and gold. So, and because of the futures market that manipulate gold and silver. Also, while BTC bull burns down the CME, they have two outcomes. So either CME tame the BTC, or while BTC bull burns down the CME and economy, pumping government extreme action. So bankster have a plan to steal your BTC, biggest robbery and wealth transfer ever. Welcome to the futures market. So the futures market basically trying to, manipulate the price of Bitcoin, and people who have weak hands, they got shaken out, and this is how the bankster, the wealth transfer from the poor to the rich. So when everything is so depressed and the price is so low or whatever, when they collapse the price, people freak out and sell everything, then the bankster or the institutional money will come and scoop up those cheap token or cheap BTC. And let's face the reality from Super Crypto. Talk about welcome to the world of banks, bankers. They are come here to screw the people and steal people's money. We have two options: keep fighting them, always buying and hodling, play their cards, sell in rally, and buy the freaking dips, right? And I choose the second. Eventually, 100,000 Bitcoin, but not yet. Big game yet to start. And there's a response. What is shocking to me is that people who don't trade Bitcoin control its price. Shouldn't it be the other way around? So coming back to the topic, everyone on the Twitter laugh at Mr. Neo, and we will tame the Bitcoin, claiming to be a coolest guy. No, he know what he's doing. He really taming Bitcoin, guys. Don't laugh. I mean, look at what is going on. From 20,000, right, drop down all the way to right now around 7,500, 600. And let's see. So this one, I think I talked about that in my previous video. You can check it out. And also, let's go to the Bitcoin futures. So future Bitcoin contracts, why volume matters. So as Bitcoin rose from $1 to 20,000, most of the crypto community was convinced that Bitcoin is going to crush the dollar, not crash, establish a new financial system. The assumption was the power that will just sit there and watch Bitcoin take over the world. Unfortunately, the financial world does not work that way, folks. And Super Crypto clearly stated that November 17, the powers that are going to attack Bitcoin to bring the crypto space down. And in his views, big players he called cartel. Cartel is a handful of people, just like the OPEC, right? Just like the OPEC, a handful of people decide the price of oil in the world. I mean, up to right now, we already passed the 20th century. How can a handful of people control the price of oil? I mean, isn't it ridiculous when you talk about it? This is like so centralized, everything. So that's why we need to get to the blockchain technology. We need things to be decentralized. We need to decentralize the power back to the people from institution control, right? So so they are going to use the Bitcoin futures to control the market. Also, we also have an Ethereum future as well. Ethereum future is in the UK. And most of the people reject his idea. Unfortunately, having happened exactly what he predict or anticipate. The crash started on the night of CME launch, December 17. And in February 2018, he talked about the cartel pros. And I also made a video about that too. You can you can check the link below. And also Bitcoin drop tied to CME future listing. So this is based on the San Francisco Federal Reserve. They published a research paper about that. So the rapid run-up and subsequent fall in the price after the introduction of futures does not appear to be coincidence. So I also create a video, you can check it out as well. And why volume matters. Futures are all about volume. So price can be controlled only when futures have extremely high volume where the intrinsic real value is suppressed by the subjective confidence price. So this is so-called tail wiggling the dog in the world of investing, and you can watch the video by Jim Rickards. Jim Rickards is a pretty famous guy too. So it's simply this is simply how the financial market works in the 21st century. So the volumes of the commodity in the future markets. So what is Bitcoin compared to others commodity? So actually Bitcoin is very small compared to the price, compared to the volume future markets of gold or silver or WTI crude oil, copper, nat gas, natural gas, wheat, soybeans, and coffee. So the volume is pretty low compared to other stuff. So let's compare in dollar value. For example, in gold, you have over 500,000 contracts on the CME, which is 61 billion, and Bitcoin is over 8,300 contracts. So this includes COBE plus CME. So over 13,000 Bitcoin, about 158 million. So gold basically has 300 times more volume than Bitcoin. So do you know what happened when Bitcoin volume will become 61 billion, just as the same as the same volume as gold? So increasing volume on future market does not does not bond well for the Bitcoin price. So you can see the fate of the price of gold. Then you can see what's going to happen. So, but I hope eventually the people will win. So at the end, as more people, if you have more mainstream adoption, more people get into the blockchain technology and get into the crypto world, then it will have less manipulation. But from now on, I mean, currently there's still a lot of manipulation right now. So this is how Bitcoin is growing on CME. So this is very important indicator for the price of Bitcoin in the future. So number of contracts also, number of contracts affect the price of Bitcoin. I mean, this is absolutely. I think they have weekly contract and also monthly contract. So that's why sometimes the end of the week the price of the Bitcoin is dropping. And so I talk about that as well. So let me know what you think about the EOS Mainnet launch. This is highly anticipated, and do you think this will be launching without any problem? So because there seems a lot of bugs finding along the way. So let me know what you think about the EOS Mainnet launch. Do you think it will be a smooth ride, or what do you think? Also, how about the Bitcoin price? So do you think there's a lot of manipulation around, or this is just a natural market correction? But with so many CME future market and all that, there's a lot of manipulation we don't know. But let me know what you think. So if you find this video helpful, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Also hit the like button as well. So that will enable me to create more good video for you guys. So this will also as a help to support my channel as well. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out any upcoming airdrop, hard fork, and ICO. There's a lot of I think there's a lot of I think there's a hard fork coming up as well. So I'm not a financial advisor. Investing in ICO has inherent risks. Remember, we the people take control of our money. Stay wise, stay safe, peace.